Jim O'Kelly here, exposing another medical myth. The myth that we're living longer because of the medical profession, which is profoundly stupid and nonsensical. Take a listen.
Good morning. This is Jim O'Kelly, and today I'm going to expose the myth that we are living longer, and certainly living longer because of people who supply you with drugs when you're sick. I mean, this doesn't even make sense, but here's something that will put it in the proper perspective that you can get a hold of. And it's basically thanks to the medical profession and their wonder drugs, the average human lifespan has increased. This is what most people erroneously believe. The most common measure of longevity is life expectancy at birth. That is the number of years the average person can expect to live. In 1900, the average white American female could expect to live only 50 years. Today, however, she can expect to live 78.3 years. In 1900, the average white American male could expect to live 47 years. Today, he can expect to live 70.9 years. These numbers are deceptive. They would seem to indicate that we are living longer and that the average human lifespan has been extended. This in reality is not the case. The cause that affected these deceiving numbers is the reduction in infant deaths. More humans are living past the first year of life. This makes it appear that the lifespan has been extended, but this is not the case. Allow me to illustrate this point. Suppose there are 10 infants on a small island. 5 of them die within the first year, and the other half live to be 70. The average life expectancy on this island would be 35 years. Suppose a MD moves on to the island and is able to reduce the death rate. Now only 1 infant out of every 10 dies within the first year. The rest continue to live to 70 years of age. The average life expectancy is now 63 years. In this example, the island residents have not conquered aging. Life expectancy has not really been increased. What has raised the average lifespan is that more children live past their dangerous first year. Therefore, the average lifespan has not been increased. It was simply due to the significant drop in infant deaths that has occurred since the early 1900s. A drop from more than 100 per thousand to 12 per thousand, thanks to better hygiene. People are not living longer. We are just making it past our first dangerous year. Something to think about. If the medical profession is going to take credit for people living longer, how could they do that? If you're healthy and don't go to a medical doctor and you live a long time, he certainly has nothing to do with you being healthier, such as in my own case. If you do go to a medical doctor and you take drugs, which are poisons, and they eventually damage the kidney and the liver, and to which at some point you're going to get sick and die, how are they making you live longer? What these people do is play a word game. If you go to a doctor and you're sick and you're dying, say with cancer, they will give you drugs or a treatment or chemotherapy. And whenever you die, they simply say, well, old Joe would have died sooner without this treatment. What kind of science is that? It's absolute nonsense. And the sooner you wake up and learn that the medical profession outside of trauma and crises is not only useless, but they are dangerous. When people understand that having health is really a very simple matter. If you're born healthy and you're raised healthy, you can continue to be healthy all of your life simply by eating the right food, taking the right exercise, getting fresh air, having some vitamin D from the sun, and breathing fresh air, if I already said that, and using or having a positive mental attitude. I think much illness is caused by people who are depressed or think negatively. But if you follow those simple rules, you will enjoy health and you will save yourself a ton of money. And that is the exposure of medical myth number 1. Have yourself a vaccine and drug-free day. If you need more information, you can write
You know, you can take another point on those averages. Two babies are born in the same time. One lives to be 80, the other one dies at birth. The average age is 40. What difference does that make to the guy who lived to be 80? What difference did that make to the baby who died at birth? Nothing. They can twist these things around any way they want to achieve the point that they want to get across to you. It's all nonsense. Another medical myth exposed. I think I put this CD together in about 2014.